Welcome to the new era.
What's up? What's up? J Rock in the building. Welcome to another episode of Shop Talk. Tonight I got some special guests coming in via satellite from all over the freaking world. We're going to talk about speakers. So real quick, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and click the little notification bell. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the hearts, hit the share button. Feel free to start a watch party. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on the crew. Like I said, I'm J Rock, representing the Event Stream Team and the wonderful Power Jam DJs. Let's go. Oh, also, tonight, this is an open meeting. So at random, people from all over the globe might be popping on to join the conversation. So it's not going to be polished, and so don't be surprised if somebody random pop on. All right. What's up? We got the crew. Starting with my homie DJ Square Knot. Introduce yourself. Tell the people where you from.
Hey, how's everybody doing? This is your man DJ Square Knot, representing Square Knot Entertainment out of North Carolina. I'm a mobile DJ and I'm working all over the place and excited to be here.
All right, that's what's up. Up next, we got my homie DJ J Mathis.
What it do, everyone? DJ J Mathis. I am a wedding DJ, Sweet 16 DJ. I'm that upscale DJ here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we about to talk about good stuff tonight, so I hope everybody's tuning in and paying attention.
All right. Up next, we got my homie DJ Crank.
What happened? I just walked in, man.
Just introduce yourself real quick.
All right, what up, team? Hey, DJ Crank, Tampa, Florida. That's it.
I don't know. Just so you know, we streaming live on YouTube and Facebook tonight.
And hey, what's going on, world?
We had 6 million people tuned in.
All right, so follow me at DJ Crank 2009.
All right, up next, we got my homie DJ Be Quiet.
Oh, boy.
Hey, what up? This is DJ Be Quiet, Mr. Do Shows, Give Money, representing the 317 out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Divine Sound Lighting from School Dancers Only. Say what's up to everybody out there tonight. I hope we have a good show. Thanks for tuning in, people.
All right. We got my homie DJ Sean. Sean D, what's up, baby? Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm DJ Sean D from Pure Energy Entertainment out of Louisville, Kentucky. We do mobile DJ service, weddings, school dances, corporate events, private events. And we also do live sound for small and medium productions and churches and, anything that needs sound and lighting.
All right. And for my folks who don't have their cameras on, Y'all can feel free to turn your cameras on or you can leave them off. But starting with my homie Rod Flash. Introduce yourself, partner.
Yo, this Rod Flash from Philly.
All right. Thanks for joining us, bro. All right, we got my homie DJ Tobias. Tobias, are you with us? All right, look like he might not be with us right now. We can go ahead and get the party started. So, as y'all know, man, it's been a lot of conversation about speakers and column arrays and all that good stuff. So, everybody tuned into this live feed, hit up the comment box. Tell us what type of speakers you're using. You know, I want to know. DJs, sound professionals, you know, whether you're using JBLs, line arrays, passive, powered. Hit up the comment box. Talk to us. So, what are your thoughts on the whole conversation of, I guess they call them column arrays? There's been a lot of heated discussion. Me personally, I didn't jump on the bandwagon yet. I've been looking at the RCFs. I've been looking at the Evolves. I did purchase some of those Turbo Sound IP3000s. 300s, IP300s, which the one gentleman said suck. And I beg to differ because I paired them with an 18-inch Turbo Sound sub, and my system hit. And that's our micro system that we use for, I say, 125 people or less. And so, Crank, I know you got the EV Evolves. What has been your experience with them? Turn your mic on.
I got the white EV Evolve 50s. I tried out a few things here and there. Before that, I had the QSC K12s, and that was my go-to system. But the crazy reason why I got the Evolves is because sometimes when my wife helps me after a gig, it's hard to get some K12s off a damn speaker stand at night, you know, trying to lift them off. So the Evolves, simple, set up, great sound. They sound amazing to me. I like the way they sound. I can get in, get out, set them up real quick, and they look good. So that was the deal for me. Comparing them to, you know, other system Bose and all that, I just like the way they sound. They had them in Guitar Center? No, Sam Ash, because I got mine from Sam Ash. And I tried the Bose, the JBL funny looking ones. They had the Gemini ones. They had, I want to say, RCFs. There was another one that looked like them, and I tried them all, and this one just sounded the best to me. Like, no matter where I stood in the store, it sounded the same. So people saying they're using them for 500 people, I don't know about that. What I don't like about them is, to me, you need a sub. It just does not hit hard enough. Like, it is great for weddings or you know, little things like that, but you definitely need a sub if you're going to do a party. So that's my take on them. I love them.
All right, does anybody else use those the EV Evolves? So in the comment box, T. Reed says he used the Evolves as his primary speakers. Brent Allen says he got the RCF Evox 12s and the Evolve 50s. He said he loved them. They work great. What's up to my homie Warren? I appreciate you. Now, I went to the Guitar Center probably a month ago, and I listened to the EV Evolve and the RCF side by side. And it was the RCF J8s, I think. And I thought the RCFs might have been a little bit cleaner. I thought the Evolves hit harder than the RCFs. And so the conversation that I heard was, yeah, the Evolves hit harder, but the RCFs play better at a louder volume. I was like, well, I don't know. I didn't. Of course, in the Guitar Center, you can't play them loud for an extended period of time. And so, but my take on the conversation is, are you taking the right speakers to the right gigs?
Right.
You know, because it's like, you know, the conversation was something like, it was a 80-foot room and da-da-da-da-da, and the speakers didn't carry throughout the whole room. I know even with some of the other boxes, you got to have the right size speakers for the room. Even at concerts, they use delay stacks. And so, I guess it's no one set of speakers is going to fit all. Because like you also got to look at the power ratings and stuff like that. Because he was complaining about the IP300s, and they're only 600 watts.
Well, some people, in my opinion, some people who don't understand speakers, excuse me, goes off wattage. And the wattage to a good sound engineer don't have anything to do with the quality of the speaker. And that's what people do not understand. It's all about your SPLs, your deep, you know.
Exactly.
They don't get that. So they want to spend like IP300s, turbo size, which I heard as far as performance clarity, we know they're not made for big rooms. But I this will be the first time I've ever heard anything negative about it. And which I don't believe it, I'm sorry. But to say that you can't expect to buy them IP300s and get the same coverage as my RCFs, 735s. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. And that's how naive a lot of DJs are about speakers. So everybody knows the name, but they do not want to research the product, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'll add to that. The one thing about when you're deploying any speakers, you got to take into account the crowd that's going to be there, because the one thing the guy did bring up that was true, because he made me laugh in a video. There was a lot of stuff he was saying that just kept cracking me up, but is that people are going to absorb that sound. So if you have, no matter what speakers you have there, if you're not thinking about the size of the room and the number of people that are going to be there, you're already setting yourself up for failure from the get-go. So those are the two things that you need to plan on, for sure. And then, of course, I don't have any column arrays yet. I'm a big Mackie guy. I carry 15s and 12s, but I've been looking at the Evolve 50s myself for smaller gigs. And he did mention that he set those on top. He set his column arrays on top of another sub, which gave him extra height to, of course, get above the crowd, which it helped him a little bit. But overall, the key points is the size of the room and the amount of people that are going to be in that room, you know, because we're a filter. As soon as that sound bounces there, it's going to absorb and it's going to slowly dissipate to nothing. So we got to definitely keep that in mind.
Exactly.
True. Now, in the Facebook comments, my homie DJ Sir 4 says he agreed with the comment about the Evolve 50s. That's why for some gigs he uses RCF Evox 12, which actually have a 15-inch woofer. And so it's about sizing the gear, the speaker system for the event.
Well, with that being said, and I'm so glad you said that. I just had a client. They booked me. We haven't did a venue walkthrough, and so per the package they had, they said, "Oh, we're only expecting 100 people." Okay, that's fine. You got the right package for that. So I said, "What size does the venue actually hold?" Oh, they say about 250, 300. I said, that system's not going to do. I mean, it's not going to do. I'm not going to crank it up to try to match that room. You ordered the small system. So that's what you're going to get. So you need a bigger system. And they didn't know about that. So sometimes you have to teach your clients. It's not about the upsell. It's just the truth, because some people say, okay, well, we got this 300-400 room. I'm bringing enough coverage for 100 people, but I'm just going to crank it up a little. And then you don't have speakers anymore. So people got to pay attention to what they're doing. When you book something, know where you're going. Know your route, your destination, what everything is. Like you said, the room, the ceilings for the acoustics, everything. You have to pay attention to all that. And most people do not do that.
Yeah, you're right. Now, right now, what's your guys' favorite pair of speakers or favorite speaker system that you use?
If I could start, I say my everybody know I've been a huge fan of QSC for years and years and years and years. And for the past year and a half, 2 years now, I've been with RCF. I'm running the 735s. And to give y'all a example of what they hold, it's a 132 dB max SPL, 1400 watt speaker. Yes, I'm reading this because no, I couldn't remember this. It has a 1/4 inch titanium compression driver with a 3-inch voice coil. Okay, 800 hertz crossover. This speaker is a beast. I've done plenty of events without taking my RCF subs with just these 215s. And I am a 100% RCF fiend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking my QSC because I think that new speaker could be something different. I haven't heard it yet, but I am a RCF fan to the fullest.
My go-tos are the JBL 715s, but I love my EVZL X12Ps. Like, because I like the EV, they light.
Yeah, I like those 12Ps. Now, Cool DJ Dre coming in from YouTube, he says he loves his IP300s. He know how to run them. He paired them with the Milan 15 sub. And he says not about a long throw. You have to angle the speakers, which I agree. Then my homeboy Tony Morales, he got the Turbo Sound IP3000 column array, and those are jokers with the dual 12s, right?
Tony's a Latin baller. He's a Latin baller.
But I think that all of the speakers that we're naming, I can name a speaker and then you don't like the way it sounds, or you can say this is your favorite speaker and I'm not gonna like it. So I think that's what I got from his video. Like, he is not I know he doesn't think he's like the messiah of DJing, and what I say is it. I think that sometimes negative publicity is getting him more views. I mean, you can, if it's good or it's bad, it's helping him, ain't helping me.
The video is viral right now, so
yeah, I mean, that's what the business needs to get us talking, to maybe educate one another. Like Matthew said earlier, like learning about the speaker, it makes me want to look more, So I think that what he did kind of helped jumpstart everyone into talking about it's more than just sitting the box down, plug your shit in. I mean, I guess it's YouTube, play some music and that's it. I just think that when he played the speaker, he didn't like the way it sounded there. Some people like JBLs, they like whatever. Like one dude had Surin Vega. I thought it sounded horrible, but he thought it sounded great. So the client pays you got to check. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
And see, and also you got to look at it like this too. You got to look at it like no set of speakers out of the box is gonna suit everybody's needs. That's why they got EQs and drive racks, so you can tailor the sound to the room. And so it's like so many unanswered questions. It's like, do you just turn the speakers on and run them straight from your controller and they suck in the room? Because
They-
you gotta EQ the system for the room, right?
Exactly. They actually,
though. I
when
think
they
he
came into the power speakers scene, and all you guys who's been DJing for years knows this, they advertise them as plug and play, and that is far from the case. You can plug and play if you want, but an actual sound guy, actual DJ or tuner is going to tune his system or her system. They're going to tune it. Mine is 100% tuned.
True.
Not liking. And as Craig said, and Craig hit on it hard, every speaker is not like I run, like I said, I'm an RCF fan. And no one else can probably hear, they're gonna hear something different than what I hear. They may like it, but they may not, but they're gonna hear something different. Every ear hears a speaker.
True. Real quick, let me shout out the comment box. All right, we got my homie DJ Spies from Bad News checked in. All right, we got my homie Soakin, appreciate you. We got my homie DJ Surf Force in the building. We got my homie Warren Van Patten in the building. Martin Leon, DJ T Reed, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Join in the conversation. Any questions you got for the fellas? If we got any lady DJs out there, tell us, y'all can hop on the feed too. All right, it's the open meeting, open invitation tonight. All right, we back.
All right, let me piggyback on where he actually said in the video. He said at low volume, it didn't go as far as he wanted it. He said, but when he cranked it up, it was good. So I think that's what a lot of people missed in anything he said. At low volume, it didn't throw far enough, but he said when he cranked it up, it was good.
Why does it sound like somebody's snoring? I keep hearing that. And it's like somebody turned on their camera and all I hear is snoring.
That was Swerve. I
Mike.
just sent him a message.
He got to get his mic together. All right. Now, DJ, be quiet. What's your take on it from your aspect? What type of speakers are you rocking? I know personally, what you banging out with, but tell the world. Let's talk about your sound system and your approach to sound for events.
I typically do every 3 months. I do a boxing event, and that boxing event holds about somewhere in the neighborhood of between 300 and 500 people. Any other time than that, if I'm not doing that, I'm doing a school dance, or I'm doing some. I've done an outdoor event, which you yourself have been at the Indiana State Fairgrounds at an outdoor pavilion, and I've used currently. I have a set of EV ZLX 15Ps, and I love the sound from them, and those are just my road speakers. But I've like Fred Tate. I'm sorry for Tate. I use the QSC line of speakers. I have 6 QSC KLA 12s, and I have 4 QSC K12s. And I use those for my events, and those are my go-to speakers. And if I have anything that I need to fill out, as far as my speakers, my speaker placements, I can just use my speakers appropriately and add to with my KLA, my line arrays per cabinet, depending on the use of the speakers, the size of the crowd that I need. And I use a set of Yorkville LS801Ps subwoofers for my subs appropriately. And if I have to, I'll go out and get some KW181s should I need those. But I've loved the sound that QSC has, and I'm going to always stick with those with respect to everybody else's opinion.
Yeah, and so I was a diehard QSC fan I had the K12s and the 181s.
Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing?
And,
Nice to meet you.
and
Did he say good
Sims,
things?
I haven't even talked to him.
hey,
Okay.
Sims, mute your mic.
So I didn't get to. I'm on it. Okay. I found this.
I got to mute him. He all picking up chicks.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
Hi, how you doing? What's your name? How you doing?
Get in the car. This is not a white van.
Now, as far as speakers, like right now, I got the IP300s. I just sold my K12s. I just sold my KW181s. Right now, I have the KW152s, and I got the Turbo sound system. I've been looking at personally building out a line array system, but for the type of gigs that I do now, I really don't need big sound. And so, but I'm like, at the same time, I know two awesome gentlemen that got tremendous sound systems. And so my thinking is, if I need a huge sound system, I'm gonna subcontract one of these two gentlemen to come in and bring the massive double 18s and 21-inch Yorkvilles and all that stuff. And that way I can focus on doing the aspect of event production that I specialize in, which is lighting, video, and DJ services. I'm not a sound system guy anymore.
I was about to say, correct that one. Correct that.
Hey, Jay Mathis, that could change tomorrow, but as of right now, I believe in, my goal is to just partner with these two positive gentlemen that I met, DJ Money and DJ Jetta, partner with them on big events for sounds. I respect what they do.
Yeah.
Now Martin Leon says, see, he got the big bucks. He
got
the NXL 44s, the NX 32As.
That's King RCF right there.
He got the HD 10A line arrays, and so that's that's some pretty decent stuff right there. Now, a powerful combination that I've heard recently was those RCF NXL 44s paired with 21-inch Yorkvilles.
Oh wow! Well, Yorkville always held his own.
Serious. And the thing about the Yorkvilles, half of the people that I know hate the way the Yorkville 21-inch sounds. Half of the people love how that 21-inch Yorkville sound. And so it's personal preference, like Crank said.
I had I don't know if you remember this a while back, a few years ago. I want to say maybe 2015. Yeah, 2015. I did a Greek wedding. They were rich, and I took a hell of a sound system. And I had what did I have with that? I think I had they rented 5 banquet halls at the Westin Inn in Buckhead, which is a rich community. They rented 5 banquet rooms, and they just slid all the walls back. So the father he said, I want a super large sound system. I said, how large do you want to go? He said, how large can you get it? I said, I can get it large. So I think for that system, I took 2 Yorkvilles 18-inch subs, 4 Yorkville 15-inch tops, 2 K12s, and 2 181s. And the Yorkvilles, that was a hell of a lot for that, man. But we ended up getting some hotel people upset, but that guy had spent 6 figures for 2 days in there. He guaranteed spent over $200,000.
Yeah, so he wanted it to bump.
Yeah, and them Yorkvilles though, man. Woo-wee. I think I really could have took them and I'm talking about the subs. The tops, they're on, but I'm just speaking on the subs right now. I could have took 2 Yorkville subs and one Yorkville or one KW 181 and still murdered that building because I had a buddy who drive a truck and we were like on the 5th floor of the Western End. And he said he was coming there because he was in town. And he said when he got to the building, was walking across the street, he heard me outside 5 floors up. And this is a almost $1,000 a night hotel.
Yeah, that's big ticket, big bank, big base. Real quick, if you're on this actual meeting, do not use the chat feature, okay? We're not reading the chat messages that's on Zoom. So if you want to participate in a conversation, turn on your mic and let's do it like that. We don't have time to be going to the chat box on Zoom. We're only going to be looking at YouTube and Facebook chats. Everybody on the call, turn on your mic.
Hey, J-Rock, now I'm a passive guy. I like the passive speakers.
Okay.
And my go-to speakers are PVs. And I use the PV SP2s. And for my subs, I use the PV 118s, the 18-inch woofers, and they bang.
Well, PV.
I have a pair of those.
PV is, like you said, and I heard what type of stuff you do, production work and all that. And I try to tell people, especially bands, I've had so many passive speakers, sold so many passive speakers. And a lot of the passive speakers loses its value. But PV, people don't understand. PVs were originally made for bands.
Yes.
Now,
so they got that kick and that punch in it.
And plus, PV made right here in the U.S. And my first big sound system was PV. And the PV FH2s, I had the FH1s, the MB1 horns, and a set of SP1s. Then I had the mid-range cabinet, but I painted the mid-range white. And you know, when I stopped DJing, I left that system at my father's house. And so I went back to get it like 2 years later. Do y'all know my dad burned my whole system in the backyard? He thought I didn't want it no more.
What about to say? What to piss him off?
And he burned the whole system. And so when I came out of DJ retirement, I was looking at systems and I was surprised that PV wasn't as popular as it once was. So I looked at the QSCs and all that stuff. And to this day, unless, you know, it's one of those super huge sound systems, a lot of the stuff that you buy from the Guitar Center don't have that hit, that knock that old school PV used to have.
That's why I try to tell people. People is sleeping. Like he said, and I'm only speaking on the passive. You know what I'm saying? I'm only speaking on the passive.
Yeah, no, quiet as kept. PV got some powered speakers.
Oh, no, I know that.
They got a double 15 sub. Oh, my goodness.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
That thing hits hard.
And I know it do. It's just what like he said, he running passive. And I'm sure there's more people out there running passive. But that PV passive is one of the best passive because, like I said, when you build, their whole build is from for basses, for drums, for that kick, for guitars, for screaming, for yelling. PV was built for that. Where others wasn't. So PV built their whole system based on live performance use.
Now, this question goes out to everybody on the panel and everybody on YouTube and Facebook watching. Have any of you good folks listened to Baseball yet? Let me know in the comments. So what's y'all thought about Baseballs?
I want to say. I want to say. It's just that.
You know, I always actually working for, you know, baseball.
Hey, Swerve, you got a bad connection. Sound like a transformer.
I was thinking the same thing. Is that Optimus? He was going in and out, but
I heard the
transforming.
Hey, it's DJ Cranky. I heard baseballs at the Expo this year. They had them all set up in different sizes, and even the smallest ones were extremely loud. Like they were like it almost takes your breath away.
I heard that 21-inch would damn near kill you.
Like you can it moves the hair on your arms. Like I mean, you can feel it in your chest. You can feel it hitting your face. I think they're very expensive. I know they were heavy.
Yes.
They were very heavy and they were expensive. But I mean, if you got the money or you have a multi-op or whatever, and you have guys to set all this stuff up for you, I think they're great. I'm just a single out guy, and the EV50s work for me.
They're definitely expensive.
$3,000.
Well,
12s is like $3,000 for one.
$3,000 a cabinet.
Yeah. So they're expensive, man. And
the tops are ugly though. They're ugly. Is not like, but they still beasts. But look wise, they're ugly.
Yeah, they didn't go for the aesthetics. They went for straight power on those things. I tell you what, every time I hear somebody, because I know like Swerve has heard them personally, and I've heard some other DJs say, just like what Crank said, they move your clothes is what I heard, and some people say that it'll make your heartbeat skip. You know,
every year that I hear them in August, I went in a room and I was standing there and the ground was shaking. I thought it was an earthquake. And the thing about it, they don't even never have it 12 o'clock. It'd be like 9 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Them joints be crazy. So you can't even go like to the middle with them joints. They just crazy. And they also when you order them, they build them. So it's not like you could just like buy them. So it takes some time. Like if you order them now, you can't get them like next week. It takes some time, depending on what you get.
Yeah,
because they build everything everything was built here in the U.S. So they custom built, and they got a bigger office in California now. But right now they're the king of sound, and they do specialize in their sound.
I've heard that. I mean, the most negative thing I can say about the baseballs is the way the tops look. You know what I'm saying? But
now DJ Sir 4 says that he saw and heard the baseballs at NAMM this past January, and they cost a grip. He's not completely sold on the tops, but the bottoms give the Yorkville LS 801Ps a run for the money.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. That's what I use at that wedding event. Yorkvilles are monsters. So if baseballs, because I haven't heard them, I've only heard tales about them. But if baseballs is covering them Yorkvilles, I want to say I might have to sell my last child.
Nah, they worth it. The bigger joints don't even have a power button on the back. It doesn't even have a power, like a cut off and cut on switch. You just plug in. They plug in, and they use 120 current voltage. So you can plug it in your house, and class amp in them. But the physics of the way how they do things is something different. It's something different in what they doing.
See, if I ever change my mind about building a big sound system, which I probably not, I'm gonna definitely look at that baseballs. I think I would. But
no, see, J-Rock.
Go ahead, Jay.
J-Rock is a DJ by heart, but he done started this stream team, and he done. Oh my God! I mean, not to jump off the subject, but that's what, if people don't understand why he's saying he's not looking for big events, because he didn't went big into the media making. I think you were just. It looked like you were just at a church the other day.
Yeah, I did. I programmed the lights for a Christmas play, and they had about 1,000 people in attendance, and so I had to deck out the whole joint. It was dope. It was fun.
Well, hey, J-Rock, go to you got control. Go to that. I just typed in baseballs on YouTube. They got this one. This dude got 4 of the 21 inches. Oh my God.
See, with baseballs, I'm definitely sold as far as the bass goes, but
They look ugly.
from the first time I saw him at the DJ Expo in 2015, 14 or 15, I was like, this is just such a new company. I gotta wait and see their track record before, you spend that kind of money. But now it's been like 5 years later, and they still around. I don't know anybody personally who use them. I just know people who own them. I just know people who've checked them out or whatever.
Yeah. I know, to the people that's looking at who have not heard about baseballs, YouTube it.
Hey,
You can Google it.
Hey, DJ Sir Force, he crazy. He talking about camera money greater than sound money.
Right.
I wish.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't buying nothing, man. I quit.
Oh my God, please stop saying that, brother.
Just think about this. When you get ready to purchase a full baseball set, that means just 2 tops and 2 bottoms. That's a $14,000 bill.
See, what's funny?
One full set.
See, it's crazy, right? I'm looking at cameras and stuff, right? And over the last 12 months, I think I spent probably 20 grand in cameras. We're getting 2 cameras in January, and them jokers like $9,000 each.
Ooh-wee.
So this stuff, from speakers to cameras, all this stuff just costs too much, man. I just want to get I'm gonna get a little Kodak Instant. How you go to the dollar store and you drop the whole camera in the box?
Here we go.
That's all I want, man.
He talking about stuff costs too much. Did he just admit to spending $18,000 in January on 2 cameras?
I get it from Jay Mathis, but back to the speakers though. I will say that the power speakers, and since I came out of DJ retirement in 2012, I would say power speakers have been a blessing. It just made it so much easier to go do a gig.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Then you add in Serato and MP3s. It's like it's never been as easy to become a DJ.
All right.
Convenience.
But that leads me to my next point. It's never been as easy to call yourself a sound man or a sound girl, sound woman. Because anybody can buy the stuff now because it's relatively inexpensive. But it goes back to what we was talking about last night on the call. Taking the time to learn the craft.
Yes.
You buy these speakers, you got to take the time to learn how to use these speakers. It's more to it than just plugging them in, turning them up. You got to learn gain structure. And that's part of the problem as well when it comes to some of these speakers. Because you could get an inexperienced sound person can get an expensive set of speakers and make them sound like crap.
Yes, exactly.
An experienced sound person can get a halfway decent set of speakers and make them sound awesome.
2 words: trained ear.
So it's about putting in that work. And yes, everybody didn't start DJing in the 70s and 80s. So it's not about being old school versus new school. It's no matter what your age is. It's take the time, learn the craft. Take your time and buy the music. Take the time and learn how to mix. Practice.
That's all you got to do.
Practice.
Get you a set.
Take a class.
They should have for DJ. They should have one song that every DJ across the world has one of the best mix songs that should use as a starting base to just listen to, how the sound could be. It should be, of course, a different size room and the rooms and the way things are designed, ceilings, the angle of the rooms will fluctuate. The sound will come out and stuff like that. But it is, I tell everybody all the time, it's a science. You know, me being also, I'm an audio engineer, so my ears are definitely designed differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Very differently. Because I can hear the most littlest thing that even DJs that have been doing it longer than I've been doing it. Being at my ear, just like Square and I said, my ears have been trained. My ears was trained as a DJ. Now it's from a DJ, now as an audio engineer. So now sometimes I be overthinking things and I just be like, yo, and I'm never satisfied when it comes to when I hear things. I'm never satisfied. But I kind of learn how to be like, just leave it alone. Same thing with mixing. When I mix a joint, I can understand like a person like Dr. Dre. It takes so long with music and mixing it because he don't know how to just step back and just leave it alone because he's never satisfied. He always hearing the little bit of this, little bit of that, touching this, touching that, touching this, touching that. And that can be a bad habit. That could be a very bad habit. When you're a professional and you just overthink things way too much, it can be a bad habit. Trust me. And I'm sure most of us on here can concur to that.
And see, and what's funny, I got a crate in my Serato with some of my favorite songs that I used to tune the system when I first set it up. Like every gig, I play these songs. I know the instrumentation. I love the mix. You know, I use those same songs, my first 2 or 3 songs, when I turn the system on, and I use that to tune the system to the room. And I recommend that a lot of, that's something that you can do. You don't have to, but it's something that really helped me out in the room. It's just like when I was in the studio. You know, you get a new set of headphones, you got to learn the headphones. You get a new set of studio monitors, you got to learn the studio monitors. Because it's like, you just got to take the time and perfect it, man.
Well, it's, I think that, well, a lot of people need to know with your subs, I don't care what range you have, it can be, and no disrespect to anyone, it can be the cheapest thing out there. If you turn that sub up and there's constant humming, you're not tough. You know what I'm saying? In the sub, you're going to get that pause in between when they don't need bass. If it's constantly humming, like you just do, no, don't do that. Y'all got to tune it right. And it's like Swerve said, it's your hearing, man. You know, just because you like it don't mean it's gonna sound good. Because the way my setup is, my speakers are to my left and right, and they RCFs and they made the throw forward. So, but standing basically a little bit behind them, my speakers are not loud to me. But when you walk around, they screaming. So check your distance, man. Learn the room, learn everything.
Yep, you're right.
Not only that, too, also when you get any new gear, especially speakers, you know you got to break them in. So it's probably going to take about 2, 3, 4 gigs before after once it's tweaked and everything and the combs has been used, the woofer been moved a few times, then it be set and it's right. Because the first 1 or 2 times, it might not be where you want it to be. It has to, you know, just like a new car, anything new, you just have to, it has to get broken in before it's, of course, you know, to be where it needs to be. But a lot of people don't look at it like that. They think the first time, oh, it don't sound right. That's why people get new gear. They be like, oh, these don't sound right. No, these ones have to be broken in a few times before it possibly can be right.
They say, like with Turbo Sound and QSC both, they recommend that you play your speakers 48 hours. Give them a 48-hour burn-in time before you crank them up. Not just take them straight out the box and bang a party with them. They recommend that you play 48 hours at low volume. And a lot of us don't do that.
As soon as we get
Okay, I got a question.
Morning, and then Saturday night, we taking it by to blow the roof off.
Yep.
I got a question. For everybody then. Since I know this is probably going to stir up a big debate, which is what I'm looking for. And I'm gonna be quite simple with it. The question is wattage versus SPL. What's y'all take?
See, SPL is the sound pressure level, and that really don't have anything to do with wattage. It's the speaker, it's the design, it's the throat angle. They're both important.
Your wattage.
Most people say, when I'm saying that is because sometimes I hear people say, well, it's 1,000 watts continuous. It's 1,000 watts max actually, versus the SPL is stupid nice. So I like to know what everybody's thought is on wattage versus SPL.
Well, my thought is wattage, like J-Rock said, wattage doesn't matter. Wattage is your max output. Okay, but the SPL is basically telling you how deep you can get and how much throw is going to actually produce. So when I purchase speakers, I go off the SPL because like I said, my tops is 132, and I think I seen some. I was just reading some. I can't remember which brand, and I don't want to throw them under the bus, but theirs was only 119, and I don't want that. So my next set of speakers is going to be no less than 1 dB less than what I have now, or it's going to be more.
And see, also you got to look at your signal path. Are you coming straight out the controller, going to the speakers? Are you going from the controller or mixer to a drive rack to the speakers? Are you going to a mini mixer? Like you guys can't see this, but the people at home can see. My signal path comes from the Range 72, goes into either a mixer like this Midas or a little mini mixer that I got, then to my drive rack, then to the speakers. And you want to have the gain structure be so that you're not clipping nowhere in that gain and you're getting the desired volume that you want. And so I say hook the stuff up, play with it.
Yeah, that's why, having other sources is not making your speakers are not pushing hard by itself. You got a board involved and everything. It's a different current of, like a board can help a bit boost maybe your speaker range and stuff like that. And I know with cabinets, it also has to do with the cabinet built of, like, for instance, for subs. If your subs are pretty deep, it's gonna bang. And the build quality of it.
And plus, wood versus plastic.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, cabinets that are made out of wood have a warmer, deeper sound than cabinets that are made out of the plastic. So it's but I say at the end of the day, speakers, sound, and how good something sounds is personal preference. And two people can buy the same speakers, and one gonna love them, one gonna hate them. But as DJs, I think that we have a job to make sure that as DJs and sound men and sound ladies, I think we have a responsibility to, no matter what speakers we have, they make sure the system sound as good as they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody got to go and spend $30,000 on baseballs. Hell, it's like you can use autos. You can use whatever speaker you use. Just take the time to tweak it. Man.
That's right, J-Rock. When you have to set it up. It's not plug and play. You have to set it up, and then you have to do a sound check. You check the highs, you check the mids, and then you check the lows. And then you have to go to a middle point, and you stand in the middle point, and then you listen to the speakers to see where that sound is coming to. How sound after you get through setting it up. It's not plug and play anymore.
And J-Rock, let's be real too. I never heard nobody say this. But let's be real. Some people are tone deaf. Let's be real. Some people can't hear. We might laugh or whatever, but maybe a lot of people's hearings are not like everyone. You know, we do go to the doctor. We get our eyes checked, our body checked, doing a hearing test. What about, you know, you might, like I said before, I might hear something different than maybe some of you guys might hear, you know, because I've been trained. You know, they used to do for when I first started to learn how to tone. I don't know if anybody know, you had to tone reel to reels back in the days. You had to tone, yeah, you had to do tonings with the reel to reels. Now there was like 3 tones you had to do. You know what I'm saying? The low end, high, mid, high, things like that. So you had to calibrate the 2-inch or 1-inch reel to reel. You know what I'm saying? Back then I was young, I didn't understand that. But as I got older, all that made sense. I was like, oh, okay. That's how, okay. So now it all makes sense to me now, you know, but some people are tone deaf. Some people can't hear certain tones. I'm sure we all been to the doctor and they be like, what kind of tone you hear? They put it to the lowest frequency. Some people couldn't hear the lowest frequency.
You're right.
Some people can.
That's an excellent point.
So a lot of people, let's be clear, like nobody never really mentioned or even talk about it. Yeah, you're right. We could have any speakers out here on the market. Certain speakers play different. Certain people be like, oh, I like the way that sound. I like this. I hear this. I hear that. And some people are like, nah, I don't hear that. You might be tone deaf. Same thing. Some people are colorblind. Let's be real.
True. And I recommend anybody that's gonna get into sound or DJ to go get your ears checked on occasion, because it's like, if you think about it, weekend after weekend we do parties and events, and we've been punishing. Some of us been punishing our ears for decades.
True.
And so it's to the point now where if I listen to music, I listen to a select type of music, but mostly when I'm riding in the car, man, I got the radio off, Jack.
I got a question for y'all, for everyone. Who here still have a house system, original house system? At my bar area, where my bar is in my house, I have some 4-foot speakers, and they're old. They don't look old, but they're old. I've had them forever. But when I play them, being a DJ for so long, they sound amazing to everyone else, but they sound crappy as hell to me now. Because you get used to the dBs of what you're pushing at your event. So where the house speakers now doesn't sound so great.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna listen to music, I gotta have some decent speakers. Like on my desk behind me, I got studio monitors just on the computer, and over on my video editing desk, I got studio monitors. And it's like, if I'm gonna listen to music, it's gotta sound good. That's why I don't go to a lot of parties, because I don't want to go to a party and the sound system freaking sucks. Hey, we got DJ E Flat in the building. Thank you for joining, partner. Hey, tell us about what type of speakers you use. What's your experience?
Right now, I'm using Harbingers.
Okay.
Bought some new ones, so I haven't really tested them out yet. But I had 15s, and they were pretty good. So I'm sticking with those right now. With that, I'm using, because I was going to ask this question. I'm using the Xena, I think 504 or 304.
The mixing board?
Yeah, the mixing board.
Yeah, those are cool.
I was going to ask if that was a good one to go with that. Yeah, the 802. It's the 802.
Yeah, those are good. Any of those, like the small Behringer mixers, the small Mackie mixers, Alto got one now, Yamaha got them. I like those. I like to have something like that in my signal path, Because when I DJ on my controller, I like to have my bass, treble, and mids at 12 o'clock. I don't want to EQ on a mixer for room sound. I want to do that on the little sub mixer. On the Range 72, if I'm adjusting the EQ or the bass or the mid range, is a transition effect. So that's why I personally recommend a sub mixer, so that on your controller or your DJ mixer, you don't have to use the EQ and stuff for room sound. You could do it on your mixing board.
Right, because I remember back in the day when I first started, how I did it was from my controller. I went from my controller to my speaker. Now that I see that, okay, mixing board to the controller, and then the speaker to the mixer board, sounds good.
It's a difference, right?
Yeah, it's a real big difference in my ear. Like how y'all said, how y'all can hear things differently. I definitely heard a different sound when I did that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, everybody, we're at that 10 o'clock hour. I want to take a second and thank y'all for joining. And a minute or less, tell one at a time, tell the people, your name and where they can reach you, your social media tag. Starting with my homie DJ E-Flat, how can the people reach you?
You can reach me on social media on Facebook, Jonathan DJ E-Flat Moore, or Instagram DJ E-Flat, or Snapchat DJ E-Flat.
If we're not already Facebook friends, make sure you add me ASAP. Yeah. That way we can network and build, bro.
Okay, definitely.
All right, we got my homie DJ Square Knot. How can the people reach you?
DJ Square Knot. You can reach me everywhere as DJ Square Knot, with the exception of IG. IG is Real DJ Square Knot. And also on another page on Facebook, which is my personal, you'll see it as Tim DJ Square Knot Wilson. All right. My homie DJ Rod Flash, how can the people reach you?
You reach me on all platforms at DJ Rod Flash.
All right. DJ Shawnee D, how can the people reach you?
All right, you can reach me on any platform, Pure Energy Entertainment.
All right. DJ Crank, how can the people reach you?
All platforms, DJ Crank 2003 on Snapchat, Twitter, all of them. And then the company name is Sounds Familiar Mobile DJs, SFM DJs. Peace.
All right. DJ Be Quiet, how can the people reach you?
You can hit me on Instagram, YouTube, and Vimeo at Divine Sound and Lighting, or for School Dancers Only. I'm also on Facebook, and you can hit me on my website, hit me up the email, hit me up on my phone, 317-520-3083. Make sure you check out my... I'm coming, y'all. Make sure you check out my Vimeo page, because we moved from YouTube to Vimeo.
All right. DJ J Mathis, did I hit you yet?
No, I just got back.
I thought you was gone for a second. How the hell can the people reach you, bro?
You can catch me. You can catch me on YouTube at DJ J Mathis. Catch me on Facebook as J Mathis. Catch me on Instagram at J Mathis Entertainment. Catch me on Instagram at Event Pics Photo Booth. I'm everywhere. Just catch me if you can.
All right, DJ Swerve, how can the people reach you, fam?
Facebook and IG, Swerve Hits, and on Twitter, DA Real DJ Swerve.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get y'all to stay on the line for a sec while I close the show, and I'll be right back. What's up, y'all? Y'all can reach me, DJ J Rock, at eventstreamteam.com. On IG at Event Stream Team, also at Play My Demo on IG, and Jimmy Reed on Facebook. So make sure y'all holler. These awesome DJs that I had on the call tonight, if y'all looking for a DJ, a sound professional, everyone on this call tonight got skills. I I wouldn't vouch for them if they didn't. And I'm going to have them send me their a link to their all their info, and I will post it in the description of this video so y'all can find and support these brothers. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, if you haven't done so already, be sure to go ahead and like this video, hit that share button. Sharing is caring. And on last thing I promise, on New Year's Day 2020, we got the 5th annual sock challenge. We're collecting socks, brand new socks. We do it every year, and we're hooking up our homeless brothers and sisters with socks. So far, we've raised $70, and I really appreciate it. But the goal is I want to pass out $1,000 worth of socks on New Year's Day. And so right now we're at $70. If I can get that up to $100, that'd be great. That way I only got to spend $900 out of pocket. So, but either way, we're going to pass out $1,000 worth of socks on New Year's Day. Sock challenge. We're going to do it. Make sure y'all support. I got the fundraiser on my page. 1 year. Hold on. Hey, DJ Crank. Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me go back. DJ Crank, you remember that 1 year that we had the blend battle with the socks?
Yeah.
And the people who lost the battles had to go and pass out socks and stuff to the homeless?
Yep. I remember.
And so I think we should bring that back. But not just have it limited to the Empower DJ Network, but do it just across Facebook and social media. Period. Have a big blend battle, and whoever lose they set gotta go pass out some stuff. But that year we did it. People who actually won passed out socks too.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing.
Definitely.
So with that being said, J-Rock in the building. I'm out. Y'all stay tuned for my sponsor. Shout out to the Event Stream team.
Event Stream team. We can stream your event from any location with experienced technicians on site to produce the webcast. Multiple views can create more engaging presentations and increase your production value. Additional services such as sound systems, trussing, and lighting can be ideal for enhancing the environment at conferences, conventions, concerts, or sporting events. Your event can be recorded and streamed live to most popular video sites. We also offer fully produced corporate videos, television commercials, music videos, including lighting, audio, and editing at a high-end level. Consider the possibilities for your next event. Learn more at www.eventstreamteam.com.
Welcome to the